Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So we've got an absolute banger today. By the end of this video, you are going to have some clear, actionable steps that you can take to lose fat. Because if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're struggling with losing fat. And if that is the case, then I've got just the thing that's going to help you. And I can tell you how it's going to help, why it's going to help, and that it will in fact help you, because not only have I done it before, but I'm currently doing it again. So without further ado, there's 5 things that you need to be looking at if you're having a hard time losing fat. Okay. The first thing is your testosterone levels. Okay. You need to go to a doctor, get your testosterone levels checked. And if they are low, I would recommend, not a doctor, not medical advice, but I would recommend that you get on TRT. At the very least, consider it. The reason is, if your testosterone levels are not where they need to be, it's going to be incredibly hard for body fat to fall off, regardless of your exercise routine, regardless of your cardio routine, and regardless of your diet. The reason is, when you have low testosterone, your metabolism slows, and there's 1,000,001 things in the body that happens because it is an essential hormone for men. Okay, so if you're trying to lose body fat and your testosterone is too low, it's not going to happen, guys. So that's the first thing you need to do. And I can tell you without a doubt that it has helped me, because 2 years ago, at the age of 30, I started TRT, and my experience in the gym, in the bedroom, losing weight, my mood, everything, my energy has been so much better since getting on TRT, and I have never regretted doing it. And I don't think I ever will, because as a man, you need that testosterone to be able to live the life that you want to live. Okay, so number 1 is testosterone. Number 2, do some research into peptides. Now, I am still very early in my peptide journey. To be honest, I took my first couple peptides about 10 days ago. But what I'm recommending to you is to just do some research on them and decide if they are going to be something that you would like to use as a tool that may be able to help you out. Because so far, I've lost 8 pounds in the last 10 days when I had a lot of stubborn body weight that was just not coming off no matter what I did. And I'm telling you, although the peptides that I'm on do suppress my appetite quite a bit, my diet is not that drastically different today as it was 10 days ago before I started taking them. Neither is my exercise all that different. The only thing that I changed, the only variable, was the peptides, and the weight has come off. So if you want to learn more about that, check out some of my previous videos, and you'll learn about those. Okay, number 3, you need to be lifting weights 5 times a week. And when I say lifting weights, I'm not just talking about picking up a 5 or a 10 or a 15-pound dumbbell and doing some little, girly exercises with it. I'm talking about real weights. You need to be lifting on a power rack, preferably one with a barbell that is freestanding, not one of the machines, because the machines assist you. It's not the same thing, trust me. What you really want is free weights, a barbell, a power rack, something like this setup. Whether you buy it for a home gym or you go to a gym that has something like this, you're going to want to lift weights. And a couple of exercises you're going to want to do: bench press, number 1, squats, number 2, deadlifts, number 3. You can add in cleans if you're athletic, power cleans, hang cleans, things like that. You can do rows, you can do shoulder shrugs, you can do all kinds of stuff with the power rack setup like this. And you're going to want to be lifting heavy weights. Now, if it's your first time lifting, obviously, be responsible, but progressive overload, you have to tear the muscles in order for them to grow back stronger. And your body does some amazing things when you're lifting weights on a consistent basis. Not only are you going to grow stronger, you're going to lose more fat, you're going to be more confident, and you're going to be more capable. So that is the next step. Is if you're not lifting 5 times a week, you need to be lifting 5 times a week. I'm giving you the weekend off, guys. Saturday, Sunday, take off. But you need to be getting 5 days of lifting in. All right. Now, you need to be getting 10,000 steps. So most of you guys are going to have iPhones. If you got an Android, I don't know how to help you. I'm sure there's apps out there for Android, but we don't like those people. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. But on every iPhone, there's a health app and it tracks your steps. As long as your phone is in your hand or in your pocket, then you're good. It's going to track your steps. Some people use their Apple Watch, whatever you got to use. Phone is just fine. It's going to track your steps every day. You want to make sure that you are getting 10,000 steps a day. At first, if you're not used to doing it, it is going to kind of seem like a lot. But once you get going and you get used to it, you're going to realize that 10,000 steps, although it can be a little challenging, it is extremely doable for just about anybody. You know, you're going to get steps in when you get out of bed and you go do your normal house duties, cleaning, cooking, whatever. You're going to get steps in when you walk to your car. You're going to get steps in on the job, whatever job that you have. Hopefully you don't have a job that you're just sitting at a desk all day. Hopefully you have a job where you're moving around and constantly walking. Maybe you're a car salesman. Maybe you work security, whatever the case may be. Instead of, like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? When I've worked security, sometimes they would have a golf cart available for me to drive around the property. But instead of doing the golf cart, I would just walk. And if you walk instead of using the golf cart, obviously during an 8-hour shift, you're going to get a hell of a lot more steps in. Okay. Walking the dog, whatever the case may be, whatever you have to do, treadmill, it does not matter. Get your 10,000 steps in. I promise that's going to make a big difference. Okay. And then lastly, I talked about this briefly in my previous video about TRT specifically. So if you're interested in TRT, go check out that video. But a CPAP machine, if you have sleep apnea, and you may have undiagnosed sleep apnea. If you wake up in the morning and you're still exhausted, you could have sleep apnea. If you go throughout your day and you are falling asleep while you're driving, you could have sleep apnea. It's a serious problem. More people have it than they think. And the issue when it comes to losing body fat is that most of the recovery and the fat loss and the great things about working out and dieting and vitamins and all that stuff happen while you sleep. And if you're not getting good quality sleep, then none of that stuff is going to matter in the end. Sleep is arguably one of the most important things. And if you have sleep apnea, that means your sleep quality is shit. And you're missing out on a lot of gains that you could be getting. So those are the things you need to look at if you're having a hard time losing weight. Your testosterone levels, do some research on the peptides. Not saying you have to do that, but do some research at least so you know what's out there. Lifting 5 times a week, 10,000 steps a day, and go get a sleep study and see if you have sleep apnea. Okay? Those are the things you need to do. I'll see you in the next video.